This was that time of night when the motherfucker already done ate dinner, took his bath, and getting ready for school for tomorrow. This what time it is the day like this. I used to, my grandma be watching like tonight what's this night court, Gunsmoke or something. Then when it get late, it's Law and Order. It just goes on till it's over with for the night. Man, life move by so quick that sometimes people miss the whole thing in a blink of an eye for real. Because a lot of people get caught up in the madness of other individuals and they problems in their life that they lose control of their own life, man. You know, you can't focus on number one thing in life, and that's you as an individual. You can't focus on nobody else. I help nobody else until you help yourself. You feel me? You can't. It took me a lot of time to realize that you can't help people that don't deserve your help, and you can't help everybody. It's not possible. You're going to have people that be mad at you because you don't do stuff for them. You're going to have people that be mad at you because you did stuff for them. Reality. With relationships and with family members and friends and people in the world, things change. You know what I mean? Things change every day. People mature, people grow, people go different ways. As long as everybody is living a good life, you just hope that they doing what they do, man. Because I think about the time that I used to worry about the simplest things in the world, the things that didn't even make a difference to nobody, not even me. I used to worry about what people thought of me, how people thought the way I dressed, to the point where I tried to overcompensate by buying jewelry and buying cars and clothes and things to make other people think that I guess, I was elite to what they wanted you to be. But then when you sit back and you think about all the money that a person lose by buying materialistic things that ain't gonna make no money, it make you realize that ain't even worth it. Because if you are in a relationship with an individual and it's all because of the things you get, either a friendship, a family relationship, a female relationship, a male relationship. If you in a relationship and it's pure based on what you give that person, then it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. A lot of people don't say, well, I don't care about people's looks and I don't care about this. It's all about their heart and this and this. Not. It's about their financial stability to make sure that they can take care of you, man. It's all about their mental state to know that you're dealing with an individual that got enough sense to know when it's time to move on, it's time to move on, man. A lot of people don't understand when you in a situation in life, sometimes you need to just step to the side and evaluate that situation to realize that you shouldn't even be even thinking about it. Not even standing there in that same situation that you've been in life before. It's a lot of things in life that you able to go back and change in life, but it's something that you can prevent yourself from going through in life twice. Ain't no way that anyone on this earth should be able to go through the same thing over and over and over and over and not learn their lesson about the thing that they went over and over and over about, man. I try to tell people, man, that you really got to understand human beings to realize that human beings are meant and set up to disappoint everybody, even themselves. Even themselves. There's a lot of people looking in the mirror and they know that they disappointed not just the people that say they love, but they self. Because they not living up to the standard of life that they know they deserve. I missed a day. I like that. But I enjoy life. I sit back and I think about how life has changed in so many different ways and not for the good. I think about how the world used to be so safe that you could go out in the world and not worry about being caught in a mass shooting with juveniles and people in the world. I remember a time before the internet came, people used their better judgment, and now them same people are they don't use their judgment at all, man. I tell people every day, man, don't never go to the internet searching for a reality that ain't true, man. That's why they call it the internet, man. Don't never ever go to the internet searching for love or searching for a purpose on this earth unless you're looking for some madness to be put in your life, man. That's just reality, man. That's reality. Doo 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 doo. Enjoy, enjoy, joy and pain, sunshine and rain. Pump it up, joy and pain. Pump it up, sunshine and rain. People don't understand that. People used to make songs that made people think about the thing that was going on in the world. Man. That's why they came up with songs like Joy and Pain. Soul music was different then, man. When you listen to music back in the day, it told a story. I'm talking about it told a story of heartbreak. It told a story of struggle. That's why a lot of people don't understand the blues. Because the blues tell a story every time they hit that guitar, every time they do all the things. Them folks telling you they like story behind. People don't understand that when you older in life, you expect more out of life, man. Way more out of life, man. And there's a lot of things in life that you never ever anticipate is backtracking in life and going through madness that you don't deserve, man. Going through things that you never prepared for because of other individuals. You gotta live your life for you and nobody else, and you gotta save for you and nobody else, man. There's a lot of selfish people in this world that go on the internet and cry and whine for sympathy from people they don't know because the people that know them know they ain't shit, man. The people that know them individuals know they ain't shit, and they know that the thing that they're telling the mysterious person on the internet is all lies. There's a lot of things in this world that I can't understand, and there's a lot of things that I ain't gonna never comprehend why human beings do the thing they do, man. The internet did a lot of good things for a lot of people, but the internet did a lot of evil things to a lot of good people, man. Because a lot of people get on the internet, and I'm talking about when you get on these video games and you get to passing your number out or interacting with people you don't know, you just playing stupid reindeer game with your life and other people, man. There's certain things in the world that I understand that people do. You're gonna have people be foolish. You're gonna have people be stupid. You gonna have people do things that people gonna say, I understand why they put their folks in a bag because they were stupid, man. People tell their kids every day the signs to watch out for strangers. Don't talk to strangers because strangers are gonna be con men, con women, and people on the internet looking for something to take something from another motherfucker, man. I tell people that if a person is miserable in life, it's a reason why, man. And a lot of people have a lot of mental problems that them folk need to be putting them in a straitjacket and having a conversation with them folks, man. There's a lot of things, man. I be watching stories online and I be just blind, I just be blown away by the stupidity of adults, man. People that's 40, 50 years old, getting online, passing their phone numbers out, going across country, meeting people they don't know, and getting chopped up in pieces, man. I'm like, my motherfucking grandbabies and grandkids got more common sense than a lot of adults, man. And anytime you stand in front of an ignorant ass adult and you sitting there having a conversation with them like they are a child, then you realize you're dealing with an ill individual and a person that needs to be talking to a doctor, man. There's been a lot of things in the world that I all had to do to make my life better. And one of them was finding me a therapist, somebody I can express my feelings and emotions to, man. And there's a lot of things that when you sit down and talk to a professional and ask them questions about things that's going on in your life, and them folks look at you like, what the fuck? It makes you realize that you ain't crazy, man. It makes you realize when you tell a professional a story about somebody in your life, or somebody you know that's 40 some years old, going around the world, meeting strangers online in video games, and them motherfuckers say something ain't right about them folks, man. Something ain't right about no. I think something ain't right with a 40-something-year-old person, 30-something-year-old person sitting on a video game all day playing video games, man. Especially if you don't own no house, own no property, even own your own car, but you got time to sit here and play on video games, man. There's a lot of people that's gonna go in the ground one day with more debt than they ever had money in life, man. There's one thing about me, I'm not gonna go in the ground with debt for no one, and I'm not gonna owe now person when them folk put me to sleep, man. Never, man. I don't understand how a person that be in their 40s is cool with living a minimum life and not ever owning anything and just living in apartments and dealing with gutter nothing ass individuals for the rest of their life. When you gonna grow up, man? When you gonna grow up? When you gonna mature? When you gonna start showing that you got more sense than people think you got, man? People don't understand that when they children looking at them and knowing that they got more sense than them, one day they gonna tell them motherfuckers, man, I know you was wrong. I know something wasn't right about you. I knew the stupid shit you did. I knew the struggles you made me go through was your fault, man. Your fault. I tell people every day, man, sometimes you gotta tell the truth to the world to let people know that you are who you say you are. A good dad, a good human being, a good person, a provider. You can't let people take certain things from you even if they just talking shit, man. You can't let them folk do that, man. You can't let individuals downgrade who you are because they mad of their situation, man. You can't let a person tell you that you're not the person that they knew 4, 5 years ago doing the same thing, man. There's a lot of things I learned in life, and I learned one thing that people, human beings, male and female, will lie, they will cheat, They would steal. They would do any and everything they can to an individual and wonder why karma comes around and smacks them in the ass one day, man. A lot of people don't understand that karma is real. When some people sitting back one day when they 50, 60 years old and ain't got nothing, calling their kids, asking their kids to send them some money, asking them to help them pay bills, and they church and look at them and say, you wasn't no mama. You wasn't no daddy. You wasn't nobody that deserved my time, especially not my money, man. There's a lot of people that make a lot of mistakes in life, but then they drag their children through the messiest things in the world, man. The messiest bull crap in the world, they drag their children in because they can't be grown about certain situations. You gotta be able to be sound mind and body to raise another human being, man. Because no matter what a person tells a child as a child, one day that child gonna become an adult and realize one thing, that all the lies that a motherfucker told them was lies. All the struggles and pains they went through was because of the individual was lying. Don't damn person on this earth owe now individual nothing. Nothing. And now individual on this earth have to take care of another grown individual, period. But there's a lot of people in this world that lie to their friends and families about individuals just so they can beg for things to help them out in life, man. I say don't beg in the name of a lie, man. Don't beg in the name of the lie or use somebody else's name in vain just because you know you fucked up, man. The worst thing in the world to me is when a person tells a lie on me, man. There's a lot of things that I can deal with in the world because I really don't care what people think about me, but my children, man. If anybody on this earth ever tell my children that I don't do for them, they tell a lie, man. If anybody on this world say that I haven't been around for all the praise and great things in life, they tell a lie, man. A lot of things in life don't got to be explained to now individual when you know a person, man. A lot of things don't got to be said out loud when you know a person, man. That's why a lot of people move to different states not to get a new beginning, but to start a new life and a new life, man. A new life and a new life, and to tell everybody around them they were the victim when they really was the predator, man. They want to make it seem like that everything is bad, but the reason why it's bad is because you done wrong, man. Life too good for anyone to have bad energy or anger towards anyone. Sometimes you just gotta let it go and just say, let it go, man. Let that shit go, and don't even worry about it no more. That's what life is about, man. Life is about making mistakes and owning up to your mistakes and moving on. Life is about understanding that every day you wake up is a blessing, man. Life is the reason why a lot of people don't understand why they're in situations that they're in, man. Because they're not doing what they should be doing. You can sit there and tell everybody in the world that you're the greatest at something, but actions speak louder than words, man. Actions speak louder than words, man. And if you're able to grab a mic and grab somebody's attention around the United States and tell them a story to let them folks know that you might be going through the same situations as them, then sometimes you gotta let them folks know, man. And sometimes you just hoping that somebody listening to your words and understand that everybody's human, man. Everyone on this earth make mistakes. Everyone on this earth go through the thing they go through. But one day, you got to grow up and say, man, I take responsibility for my actions. And I'm through poisoning the world with my words and my energy, man. When I woke up one day and realized that the world was different than I thought it was, I realized that I had to get my life right, man. I realized that I was 46 years old, and every day that I wake up is a blessing. I realized that at 46 years old, every day I woke up, I wasn't waiting for another birthday so I could celebrate. I was waiting for the bag to get bigger so I can go buy some land and celebrate. I'm one of them folks that believe that if you ain't hustling to end up with something, then you ain't doing what you should be doing, man. Every day I wake up and grind and shine to make sure that I have a better life and I won't be 50, 60 years old living in somebody's projects or living in somebody's nursing home or living in somebody's assisted living home, man. I don't want to be one of them people when all my kids is gone at my house. I'm living in a high rise, living off the government, getting food stamps once a month, man. I don't want to. I don't want my life to be that, man. I watch so many people suffer for the actions in later life that they wish they could correct it way before now, man. The decisions of the people that they associate themselves with, all the way down to the people that they end up marrying and being around with, man. A lot of people don't understand, man. When I was younger, I've been in them situations where you stay up all night arguing and arguing and arguing about something that don't even make no sense. And one day I woke up and said, man, I'm not gonna waste another night of sleep or another second of energy arguing about something when I'm grown, man. When I'm grown, I realized that you could do everything in the world for an individual, but that individual will still betray you, man. Betray you. I realized a long time ago that don't put your faith in a human being because guess what's going to end up in the end? Problems. Problems. I realized at 46 years old that me humping and pumping all day long ain't making no money, man. I had a motherfucker tell me the other day, man, you single, you telling me you ain't turning up every second of every day. Man, if it don't make money, it don't make sense to me, man. If it ain't about money, it don't make no sense to me, man. And I don't know about a lot of motherfuckers, man, but I don't believe in drinking just to be getting drunk. I believe drinking to celebrate something, man. I don't believe in just sitting around getting drunk and turning my problems into a bottle, man. Cause that shit lead to depression, and I ain't depressed in no kind of way, and in no kind of way I want to be depressed, man. That's just me, man. You know, I know that if you lay around too long and think about the problem without trying to figure out a way to solve them problems, you'll fall into a deep depression, and them folks be putting you in a straitjacket somewhere, man. For real. That's how life goes, man. You know, I tell people every day, man. Sometimes you got to cut the TV off, get away from everybody, find you a dark corner in a room, and grab you a book and just read, man. People don't understand that sometimes when you read, you can come up with the whole book in a fantasy world the way you want it to be. The characters really come alive, man. And it cuts your mind off from other things. Like when you're watching TV, you watching multiple different things and colors and things that's popping up on the screen. But guess what, man? Guess what? You're missing out on the topic. You're missing out on the point. And when you read a book, you can read that book over and over and over and over, and you'll figure out what you want to figure out about that book, man. I love this shit, man. I love to seek knowledge. I love when someone gives me some wisdom that motivates me to become better than I was yesterday. Like, I love that. I love when people tell me that when you have a conversation, people listens. When you talk, people understand that everyone in the world is going through different situations, no matter what race and color they is around the world. When you speak about the news, you make people know things that other news stations would not report. Because what people don't understand when it comes to reporting the news, every news station pulls the top news stories around the counties in their cities, man. Because they only got a 30-minute window to do news, so they can't report every crime that happened in their city at the same time. They can't. But when I go online and I research news articles in different states and I read them news articles and I tell them stories about the crime that happened in them different cities, I tell the story before the people on the news do. And then they realize that maybe they should have told that story because it hit my view page of 250,000, now 1,000,000. And that's what a lot of them people do, man. A lot of them people really pick and choose what they want to tell you when it comes to the news. I don't do that. I don't hold back when it comes to any news about any situations, no matter what race it is, no matter what the topic is. If it's a political situation, if it's about the president, if it's about new laws, I have those conversations. And I know my platform is growing because eventually I want to have where I can pull people in on a panel and have everyday conversations about different things and different topics in life. I don't want to talk about rappers. I don't want to talk about entertainers. I don't want to talk about rich folks that got problems. Because there's a lot of poor folks that got way more problems than them rich folks do. At least them rich folks still got money and somewhere to lay their head at, man. There's people out here that ain't got nowhere to lay their head and ain't got no money and they got problems. So I don't want to talk about nobody that got millions and millions of dollars and the little problem that they create by going out doing stupid things in the world, man. I don't want to talk about that. I think the world needs to move forward when it comes to what you watch and what you put into your body, man, your soul, your energy. If you sit there and watch number of people fighting and arguing and threatening each other, watching cheater shows, eventually that stuff gonna manifest itself into your mind and into your relationships. That's what people don't understand, man. If you sit online and you watch nothing but an individual that talks crazy about men and how a man talking bad about a man, oh man ain't this, and if a man ain't doing that, and if a man ain't doing that, eventually there's gonna be some simple-minded female out there to be like, yeah, he's right. I deserve more. Come on now. Come on now. Sometimes individuals don't even deserve what they got. They don't deserve what they got. That's why eventually God take it from them, man. That's why eventually God take the thing that they thought that they took for granted away from them. Snatch it from them and say, you didn't deserve that. You done wrong to this person. You done wrong by your children. You done wrong by your mama. You done wrong by the people that cared about you. So this is your outcome, man. This is why you in a government ran nursing home and ain't nobody coming to see you and you drooling at the mouth, man. This is the reason why your grandchildren don't come around you because they know you're a nothing ass individual, man. This is the reason why a lot of people, children, grow up and don't talk to them no more because they grow up and realize that the our parents, was on some real messy stuff, man. Some real messy stuff, immature. And a lot of children wake up and realize one day when they become adults that their parent put them in a situation to make them suffer and not have a good life because they were selfish. Selfish. Nothing as individuals, man. I'm just keeping it real, man. I just tell man, I'm telling you, man. My dad told me this one day. My dad said, "Son, you can do everything for a woman. You can do everything for your children. But eventually, one day, them folks gonna grow up and they gonna be who they are, man." He said they either gonna grow up and respect the things you done, or they gonna grow up and think that you owe them more. He said, but one thing for sure, eventually them kids gonna grow up and they be gonna be adults and they gonna have other kids and they gonna realize the mistakes you made. And then they gonna ask questions like, why did you do this and why did you do that and why did you tell me lies about my daddy when you knew them was lies? Why did you say that this person didn't do that when they done this? Why are you gonna say that, man? That's what them kids gonna ask their parents one day. Why did you even put me in your fuck shit, man? Why you just couldn't leave me alone, man? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people be out here acting like that they single parents and they going through this and they do this and they do that. When them folks lying and playing, man. Them folks lying and playing, but they really just lying to themselves. Cause you can lie, but when a person can put a receipt to show you lying, then you just a piece of shit, a lying piece of shit. I think sometimes people jump to conclusions or jump so fast to think that they smarter than the other person, till they write things that they know ain't true. They say things that they know ain't true. And then when someone confront them with receipts to show them that they ain't telling the truth, they shut our way down. They shut down. You can't beat the truth, man. You can't beat the truth. Oh Lord. It was your doing? That motherfucker, I'm watching this TV show, and this motherfucker acting like he possessed with two different bodies. Oh Lord, here we go. Hey, there's some people out here that get personalities for real, man. I'm watching the show where these two people uh, got to fighting and they trying to tell the judge that it was another person and meaning that it wasn't who they are, but it was another person in their mind. Let there be life. You shut your mouth. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me.
Don't forget that soap and water not only keeps you nice and clean, but it also protects your health. So use lots of it, won't you? Always mind your daddy and your